Hey. We are finally here. How y'all feel?
Great.
We had a great time. We want to thank a few guys, but we'll do it at the end of things, so don't y'all let me forget when we do our thank you. But I want to welcome you to Valley Boys, the Valley Boys Project. We are here for one purpose and one purpose only. We got 6 gentlemen right here, legends of the Valley, who will pick the top 10. This is our top 10. Hope you tune in. YouTube, hashtag Valley Boys VA. First quarter, gentlemen, we are not going to do anything but get started. Mock draft time. This is your opportunity to pick your dream team. I'm so excited to see what y'all got. Come on now, it's time to loosen up. Y'all stiff.
Let's go.
Time to loosen up.
Let's go.
So what we've done, we drew cards earlier to do the seating, the picks, and this gentleman right here, number 1, will have the first pick all the way around to the 6th, and then we'll keep going. And we'll come out, each of us have a top 10, and then we'll move forward. Amen.
Amen.
Yep.
First pick in this mock draft. Out of Florida State University. 1983 graduate of Harrisonburg High School. 1,661 points in high school. First team All-State in the state of Virginia. All-American at Florida State. Pick number 1 is Norwood Pee Wee Barber. Who you got, P?
Well, this wasn't a hard choice. This wasn't a hard choice at all. I'm taking my homeboy from Harrisonburg, Virginia. 7'4", All-American at UVA. First real pick for the Houston Rockets, Ralph Sampson.
Ralph Sampson.
Off the board.
He is off the board. You right, Steve. The way it goes is when a player gets picked, nobody else can touch him. From Booker T. Washington, 1966 graduate, 1,577 points. Hall of Fame in the VIA, Kansas State University, and a Harlem Globetrotter. Picking at number 2 is the famed Jerry Venable. Who you got, Jerry?
Thank you. Since my buddy Ralph is gone and I need a big man, I'll take John Wetzel.
He's off the board. John is off the board.
Hey, look, you got people moving and grooving now. They crossing out names. They moving folks around. And
John is going to be happy with that when I talk to him. You were picked number 2.
Second pick, John Wetzel, is off the board. With the number 3 pick, out of Waynesboro High School, 1981 graduate, just shy of 1,000 points in 2 years. That's an accomplishment by itself. Second team All-Region. Went to Oklahoma Panhandle State University. Picking at number 3, we got Popsicle Diggs.
I think I'm gonna take Robbie Howard.
Robbie Howard.
Robbie in
Robbie
the top 3
Howard.
Picks.
Oh my. Oh my.
All right.
Moving on.
He gave me a layup on this one. Thank you, Popsicle. You coming off the board, big fella. Let's rock.
Next pick, at the 4th pick, 1991 graduate, 1989 graduate from Oak Hill Academy, 1,000-point scorer, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year at Oak Hill Academy, which by itself is an accomplishment.
Yeah, it is.
Picking at number 4, we got Darrell Crawford.
I am absolutely taking Jerry Venable with my number 4 pick. Absolutely.
Jerry Venable is off the board at number 4. I know Jerry mad at that.
Yeah, man.
He hot about
He
that.
couldn't pick himself, so Popsicle missed that layup.
I hope you'll be able to sign him. He gonna want a big contract.
He want a big contract.
Moving on, at the 5th pick. Thank you, Darrell. At the 5th pick, we have 1979 graduate from Buffalo Gap High School, 1,359 point score in high school. First team All-State. took his talents to Ohio University, and played pro ball in Australia. We have Timmy Woodson. Who you got, Timmy?
That was a hard choice, but both of these guys was great guards. I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Barber over there. I've heard lots about him.
Say it again, Floyd.
Pee-wee Barber.
I've
off
heard
the
lots
board.
about him.
Everybody was
When I
going
was in
big.
Houston,
I had to
Texas,
go
somebody
big.
talked about it.
That's right.
All right, here we go at the
At the
sixth
sixth
pick.
pick of this year's draft.
At the sixth pick of this year's draft. From Fort Defiance High School, 1984 graduate. Played with the famed Dale Curry. 1,300 point score. Second team All-State in Virginia. Took his talents to the University of Richmond. We have Steve Floyd. Who you got, Steve?
Well, just because Ellie and I are in the room at the same time together, you know, I've got to go with Wardell Stephon Curry.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew it.
I wrote that down before you even said it. Dale Curry is
Dale
off the
Curry's
board.
off the
How
board.
is he still on the board? Because everybody went big. That's
All right, we're going to make this thing move a little quicker now. Next pick, Pee Wee, back to you. Second person.
My second pick in the mock draft will be no other than Brent Johnson.
Whoa.
Brent Johnson.
He going all Harrisonburg.
Yes, sir, BJ.
Brent
There's a
Johnson.
little favoritism there, P. Little favoritism I'm seeing.
I'm out of the bird after this.
Next pick, Jerry Venable. Who you got at number 2?
Well,
I'm out the bird.
well, guys, I'm gonna tell you, it was a hard decision, but I have to make it. And no other than my brother, Louis Franklin Venable,
Ooh.
Okay.
Homer.
Homer.
Homer Venable.
Homer Venable.
Homer Venable.
Alrighty.
Popsicle, who you got?
Wow.
I got Kevin Madden.
I knew it. I was
Ooh,
going
good
to take
one,
him if
good
you.
one.
I was going to take him if you didn't.
Kevin Madden.
Darrell, you next.
Corey Alexander.
I knew you were gonna do
You
that.
know I'm going Corey.
Corey gonna be mad. He went this late. Timmy Woodson. You got Pee Wee Barber. Who you putting with him?
I gotta have somebody that can pound inside. I gotta go with Mike Madden.
Big Mike.
Good pick. Good pick.
Mike is off the board.
Mike
He was
Madden.
Charles Barkley before there was a Charles Barkley.
Absolutely.
That's the truth.
I've always said that.
Steve Floyd. You got a shooter out there. You got Dale. What you putting with him?
I am going to go with George Pennell.
Oh, good pick.
George. We just talked to him today.
Sure,
Going
did.
way back
Good
there,
pick.
brother. Yes, sir.
1971 graduate of Robert E. Lee, South Plains, Texas Junior College, New Mexico State.
Sure did.
One of 12 players selected to play in China, as a matter of
Absolutely.
fact. So
Wow.
George
Absolutely.
was certainly deserving of
Yeah,
that.
we just
pick.
talked, we just spoke with him today,
We
right?
sure did. Pee Wee, back to you.
No other than the best shooter I done ran across since playing. Sidney Popsicle Diggs.
Good. Yes, here we go.
Obviously, Ralph, BJ, and Pop. You forming something here.
Yeah, he is.
Forming something. Jerry, who you got?
Man, you know who I'm going.
Who?
I'm going to Waynesboro and bring old brother Bucky Flippings up here.
Bucky
Bucky
Flippin'.
Flippin'.
Yes, sir.
No, you didn't. You dug deep.
Yes, sir. I got me a team going here now.
You got all big men.
That's right.
You better find you some guards.
I got a couple coming.
Popsicle, who you
I
got?
got a couple coming.
I got Shannon Bearfield.
Big Robbie and Big Shannon together again.
Shannon.
Wowzer.
Yeah.
Darrell, your fourth pick.
Man,
Man,
I
I
need
need to pick. Who did you take, Tom?
No, I'm out. I'm not
Oh, you
there.
ain't?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, no. Y'all doing your thing.
Look, I'm gonna take one of the young boys, man, but he's probably one of the deadliest shooters ever to come out of the valley. Tyler Nickel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Tyler Nickel.
He is off the board.
UNC.
UNC. Yes, he was there. No doubt about it.
He broke the all-state scoring
Virginia High
record.
School League.
Oh, did
he? Yeah.
Sure does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just signed with UNC.
Yep.
All right, Timmy, who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with Another Tyler. Tyler Crawford.
Tyler Crawford.
Good pick, Timmy.
Tyler couldn't be here today.
Sorry, man, is Tyler Nichols in the valley?
East Rock.
East Rock.
Yeah, I know he is, right?
Yeah. East
Yeah.
Rock.
Not the valley, meaning
Okay,
the,
okay.
I'm talking about the whole Shenandoah
I
Valley.
bet.
Right.
You got.
All
I
right, we
mean,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler Crawford, right?
Yep.
All right.
That's a good pick, Pete.
All right, Steve.
We're going back to that 1971 Robert E. Lee team again.
Uh-oh.
Along with Mr. Pinnell was a gentleman by the name of Donnie Darkus. Donnie Darkus. Gentlemen is off the board.
Donnie
the board.
Darkus.
Ooh,
Wow.
boy, you forming some, Steve.
Yeah, Timmy Woodson over here forming something too.
Yeah, he
Yes,
is.
he is.
Pee Wee.
My next pick is no other than Kenny Lambiot.
Kenny Lambiot. Boy, he was tough.
What you say, Pop?
Pee Wee got a little squad over
He
there,
does,
man.
he
Hold
does,
on,
he
man.
does.
Kenny
All right, Jerry.
Lambiot was a tough competitor.
Okay. I got my forward, I got my centers, now I got to get my guards. And you know what? I'm going to take a gentleman you guys don't have no idea about.
Figured it.
Uh-oh.
His name is Walter Brown. Booker T. Washington.
Walter Brown.
Call him Booker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Booger
know what you're
Brown.
talking about.
What year?
Booger Brown.
63,
63.
63, 64.
Awesome.
I heard
Played
Mr.
at Booker T.
I heard Mr. Hamilton talk about it.
Okay.
He's probably pound for pound, one of the better guards in the state of Virginia.
Fantastic. Great to know about that.
He was in the mold of Pee Wee.
Huh? Very
There
nice.
you go.
Yep.
That says a lot right there.
It does. That is strong.
Popsicle.
I'm gonna take Charlie Thomas.
Charlie
Yeah.
Thomas. Waynesboro.
Charlie
We were
Thomas.
just talking
Yeah,
about
we
him.
sure
yeah.
were.
Y'all gonna let me steal good. I didn't expect it gonna be a steal. And it's gonna be ugly.
Darrell, you up?
I'm not letting you do it. Give me Walker Lambiot, please. Walker Lambiot.
Lambiot brothers are off the board.
MVP
Yes.
of the McDonald's All-American.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Dunk contest winner.
No, he didn't win it.
He
Michael
didn't? I
Porter
thought he
won
won
it.
it.
Michael
Okay.
Porter
No.
won it.
Pulaski boy.
Yeah, Pulaski
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, Timmy.
I'm gonna have to go with another big guy, Dale Moats.
Dale
Oh.
Moats. Had to, Timmy.
Hey,
You had to.
Reaching in your
Fantastic.
backyard.
Had to be. Had to be there.
Yeah.
Steve.
Dale Moats.
Fourth pick for you.
My fourth pick will be. Here's an interesting one. Wanted to go to UNC, but ended up going to UVA. 1974 graduate of Robert E. Lee.
Mark Newman.
Mark Newland is off the board.
Mark Newland.
Why didn't he go?
There was someone.
In front.
So Dean Smith was straight up with Mark
Uh-huh.
and said that there was one other person in front of him, and if that person committed to UNC, then Mark was not going to be given a scholarship offer. That got picked, and then shortly after that, Mark committed to UVA.
Wow.
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 A lot of
Interesting.
history, yes.
That's very interesting.
Pee Wee, back to you.
Oh, thank you for the nice steal over there. Give me Timmy Woodson.
Ah!
Yes.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, 29-point
he got-
average as
wow.
a senior.
Yep.
I'll come off the bench.
No,
Yeah.
no, you on the first side,
No,
bro.
you was
I was
teasing.
Grant,
I was just teasing.
Popsicle, Kenny, and Timmy. Man, that's a nice starting
Yes,
five.
it is.
And we ain't little.
No, y'all long. Y'all real long.
Jerry Venable.
Hey, you ain't seen nothing long yet. You wait till you hear this pick.
I ain't
You never heard of the guy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, he came from Uniontown.
Union Town.
Out by Ralph.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
By the
Greenville Avenue.
yeah.
Yeah.
His name was Jerome Miller.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that name, yeah.
Jerome Miller.
Yes, sir.
My mom used to talk
Pee
about
Wee,
it.
who'd you pick?
Yeah.
Last pick?
Tim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jerome Miller is off the board. Popsicle, your fifth one.
You weren't going to be there much longer. I'm just going in
These,
my
Where
order.
you
these
going?
two from
Where you
Waynesville.
going?
I don't know
Where
which
you
one I
going,
want to
Uncle
take.
Dribble?
I'm gonna take Daniel Freeman.
Daniel Freeman, JMU, right?
Yes, sir. Well, this a no-brainer. I'm gonna bring the other best shooter in the Valley. He dude sitting right here to my left, Todd Dunning.
yes,
Y'all keep leaving him on the board. I'm taking him on.
My man.
Yeah. Todd Dunning.
He'll tell you, I told him many years
Yeah.
ago that he should have been in the league. He'll
Yes,
tell you, I
sir.
told him that. I'm
Man,
not
I
just
hear a
saying
little
that.
prejudice in this. They were talking about me and I say
Look,
Pee Wee.
my squad.
Oh, man.
My squad is all over the Valley. I got East Rock, Waynesboro.
Jared, he got you on the team too.
Who?
Me.
The real, you were first pick.
You my
No,
first pick.
I know that. I know that.
We together.
Yeah, I know that. Me and you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
Timmy Woodson, who you got?
Okay, let me get myself together now. There was a little guard back in the day when I played. Went to Fort Defiance. I just talked to him last year. Robbie Carter.
Robbie
Oh
Carter.
yeah.
Don't know. Yeah.
Robbie
I remember
Carter.
He was no
Robbie-
more than about 5'4", 5'5", 5'6". Damn.
Robbie Carter?
Yes,
Robbie
sir.
Carter?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. He could play.
Yeah, he
Yep,
can play.
1978
You remember
graduate
the
of Fort
I remember.
Defiance.
Yes,
was
sir.
Yeah.
was all-state tennis player.
Yes, sir. I talked to him about
Really?
it last year.
Family of Carter, 7 of the Carters.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I know.
So
what you're
Henley
Dr.
Carter, the
Carter.
oldest,
Yeah,
actually went to AMA
okay, yeah,
and then went to Duke.
yeah.
Played football at Duke, and then Robbie and his sister both were Katie were
Yep.
phenomenal tennis players. And
Really?
Robbie was the heart and soul of that 1978 basketball team.
Yeah, Robbie could play.
Okay.
You see, this is why we got Steve Floyd on the panel.
Right.
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 He was the
He giving it up.
heart and soul.
Robbie
He
was
giving it
tough,
up.
man.
He
Robbie
was
tough.
absolutely. So we got Robbie Carter. Great pick, Timmy. That is a great pick. My pick will be next on the board will be Keith Scott
Damn.
from Robert E.
Bam,
Lee,
Scott.
1990 undefeated Robert E. Lee team.
Woo. Show that. Show that. Show that.
Bam.
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 John
Damn.
Thompson was
That's
very
it.
interested in him
Yep.
Yes.
at Georgetown.
Right.
Keith Scott is off the
Yeah,
board.
John
There's so
was
many
after-
stories about him.
Yeah, John was interested.
First 5 has been picked. Settle down. Take a deep breath. I got a fan question.
Okay,
Fan question is going to my brother Timmy Woodson.
okay.
Fan question is this. If you could give your 18-year-old self advice, what would it be?
18-year-old self-advice. Always, for me, this is me, always put God first and you can accomplish anything.
Very nice.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
And that's
There you
why I always say, that's the reason why I was successful, because I found God at an early age, and God has opened doors for me.
Great answer.
Put
Great
God
answer.
first, everything else will fall into place.
Great
That's why he
answer.
tells us in the Bible, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, everything else will be added unto
Added
you.
to you.
All over the place.
You didn't pick God first on here, I see.
If Jesus was available, I would have taken it. If Jesus was available, I would have taken it.
Yes, sir. It went
I know I
one.
would have won.
Great answer. Great answer. All right, Pee Wee, let's go. 5 more, we good.
5 more.
Next
let's go.
pick.
Oh, fine, we got
Let me ask you this: is Lou Ray in the Valley?
No.
No.
I'm taking another bucket getter, Clarence Whitley.
Ooh, first pick of the second round. Walking bucket. Clarence Whitley.
Why you look at the rail?
Oh,
Because he
man.
knew I was going to get him. Yeah, he knew I was going to get Clarence.
Jerry, who you got?
I don't have a ghostly idea.
Oh, are you passing on this pick?
No, I say I don't have a ghostly idea right now. Let's not get so hold up there. Hey, look, I tell you what, I got a terrible choice here to make. In that the 2 players that I'm bickering about,
Pick one.
I got to pick
That's
one.
it. That's
I got to
it.
pick one.
Pick one.
So I need another guard to guard Pee Wee. So I'm gonna take Carl Wilson, Central
I
Augusta.
remember Mr.
Carl
Carl Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah, Mr. Carl Wilson.
Carl Wilson.
Yeah, they said he was a bad
That's
player.
not Paddles and them dad.
Yep,
is it?
that's him.
That's Paddles dad.
Yeah, that's Mr. Carl
And
Wilson.
That's it.
Keith.
wow,
That's Mr.
wow.
Out here at
Good
first.
pick.
Okay.
Popsicle.
Okay.
Who you got?
Tony Randolph.
Ooh,
Good pick. Good pick.
Goodness.
Ooh, I can't believe he lasted
Shaman
that
now.
long.
Oh, that was it. That was my next pick.
Tony.
If we got by Pop, everybody would sleep on him.
No, I won't go sleep on Tony.
Darrell, you're up.
Reggie Waddy.
Oh, how in the world?
Is off the board.
Reggie Waddy, baby.
Timmy.
I got to go with, he's gone now, but that was my boy. My running mate, besides Todd, Clifford Waddy.
Oh, good,
Oh,
good
yeah.
pick. Good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could play?
Yeah,
Clifford?
Clifford was
Bad
tough,
boy.
man.
He could go.
Bad boy.
Actually, Clifford played 1 year in New Zealand with me on the same team.
Oh, wow.
You know,
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I got him a contract over there. Tell you if he was still living there.
Well, this is off the record, guys. Well, when I ask about these younger guys, you got to remember, I was gone for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
For all these guys that y'all know and seen.
Yeah.
Only time I seen these guys was pick up and land, outside of conventional basketball.
Right.
Or word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen a lot of them play.
Yeah.
You know, I just heard their names mentioned. I know them when they was like
Baby.
little babies.
Right.
You and I talked about that on the
Yeah,
phone. You
man,
talked
it-
to me about that on the
Yeah,
phone.
man. And
Yeah.
then just a thing. You talking about eras.
Mhm.
Your era is from the 70s on up.
Mhm.
Mine is from 66 on back.
Right.
All right. Now, only reason why I seen a lot of these guys, because, like I say, I was with the Globetrotters. So therefore, when I came home, I got a chance to play with a lot of you guys on the outside court, and that's all I seen. Now, whether I know that you're a good ball player or not, I couldn't do it. So it's sort of hard for me to choose some of these younger guys.
Oh, no, we're not the same.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's hard for you to understand when I pick the older guys. Y'all don't have a clue. But I'm gonna tell you right now, that Carl Wilson,
I've heard stories about Mr. Carl
Man.
Wilson.
Wow.
Yeah. Said he
That
was
boy-
a heck of a point guard.
that boy was short Pee Wee.
Yeah.
Right.
And I gauge everything from Pee Wee because y'all know how Pee Wee play.
Right.
So that give you some kind of relationship with the guys I'm picking
I got you.
and to understand why they are where they are.
Yeah.
You know,
We understand that, definitely. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
okay.
You can only pick what you know.
Yeah.
That's why when we get to the fourth quarter, it's going to be so hard to come up with a 10.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's showing y'all, not me. For real. Moving on. Who's next?
Me.
Steve.
Yep. Again, we're going back to 1971.
Okay.
Robert E. Lee, one more time.
Mm.
UNC Asheville. Phil Darkus. We got both the
Wow.
Darkus brothers on the team.
Wow.
We played it. You were
I did. I didn't realize that.
Phil
either.
Darkus, the
Phil
brothers.
Darkus.
Are off the board.
All right, Pee Wee.
My next pick will be from an old school that doesn't exist anymore, from Monk Video, Aaron McCarthy.
Oh,
Aaron
could
McCarthy.
jump in. He could jump out the gym. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Man.
Jerry Venable.
man, y'all gonna love this pick. Boy, this is a good one for you guys to understand. I love it myself.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Because I got my one brother down there as a forward slot, so I'm going to take my other one, Mitch.
Mitch
Mitch
Madden.
Madden.
Yeah.
Mitch Madden. Showing some love to the brothers.
Yes, sir.
I took Phil Darkus.
Mitch Madden. That was my running mate, 87.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And look, I'm getting some defense. I tell you what, y'all going to be tough to beat me. I'm going to tell you right now. Look,
Still
hey,
the
look.
all-time leading rebounder.
Yes.
Robert E. Lee.
Sure
Mitch.
is.
Mitch is?
Yeah.
Mitch
I didn't realize
Madden.
that.
Yeah.
Not many people realize
He
that.
worked it
realize
out.
that. Did
Worked
not
block
realize.
shots, too. I mean,
Yes,
We
sir.
need you, Steve. Thank you for that.
And developed, talking about a young man
Yeah.
that really was awkward,
Yep. He
that
sure
really
was.
wasn't there like his brother Kevin was, right? Or you, Jerry, before, or Mike before him. He really, he got better. He
did.
was better in college. I mean, he got so much better as he went on. Just
Sure
a
did.
tremendous work ethic.
We
Sure
watched
Mitch
him.
had.
We watched him. Remember
And
when
add,
Mitch would come in? He-
add to that, a lot of people don't know. He could have made pros easier than probably all of us over here we talking about right now, because he was a defensive genius.
Yes,
And he could rebound that basketball.
You cool?
yes.
And-
Mitch played hard, man. He really did.
And going back to the beginning, in my episodes, and some people that was around when I first started would feel the same way. That ball used to beat me upside my head all kinds of ways. Y'all look at me and say that boy gonna be a good hands person. In the end, they used to take a medicine ball and get 2 feet from me and throw it at me as hard as they could for me to develop my hands.
Interesting. So
And that was, and I'll tell you what, and developing as a ball player, I had to run Johnson Street Hill 3 times a day. It's hard for some people to walk at one time a month. Oh, yeah.
3
You're
times
right
a day.
about that.
And so Mitch fell in that mode of working to be better because, number one, he didn't want to lose.
Yeah.
So that I gave him the heart to.
That's
Sure.
true.
Well, he had some pretty good brothers to look up to.
He did. He sure did.
Let's be honest about
sure
that.
Well, we won't say that because people will think I'm second again.
Yeah.
So all the Madden boys are gone. All the Madden boys
Yeah,
are
all
gone.
of them.
Yeah.
All of them
Venables,
gone.
Madden,
Venables and Maddens, they're all gone.
all the brothers are gone.
All the
Marcus.
brothers are gone.
All right, Pop, you're up.
Turner Ashby in the Valley, right?
Oh, yes.
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna take Steve Smith.
Ooh, Steve. He was a headache on the playground, man. I couldn't stand playing against Steve.
What year was he?
70 something.
70-something,
Yeah,
Steve
in the
Smith.
70s. Yeah, he played
Really?
against. I ain't gonna tell y'all who he played against. I know. I'm gonna pick him next. yeah.
That gave you a little insight
You keep something quiet.
on Darrell.
It's either
I
Steve
can't
Smith or
believe
Jeff Smith.
This dude's still on the board,
Todd,
to be
it's
quite
either Steve
honest.
Smith or
But
Jeff Smith.
I'm going to pick my guards for my second
Yeah.
squad, and Kenny Brooks.
Kenny Brooks is off the board.
Kenny Brooks is off the board. I'm taking
Got it.
Yeah.
I'll be glad I'm not in this. I'd have put him first.
Yeah, Kenny,
Man.
Kenny bad boy.
All right, Timmy.
This guy, he was young, playing against me. Not in high school, but when I would come home from overseas playing. Gotta be Mr. Darrell Crawford.
Darrell Crawford.
Whoa, I like that pick.
Yeah. Well,
He always
that
played
was,
against me.
that
though.
was
He
my
was
next
young.
that was my next forward goal.
He gone.
He go.
There go your defense right there, Timmy.
Oh man.
Steve, who you got?
I am.
He's done his homework.
Yep, I have, and I'm going to go with I believe he was. I know he was the Player of the Year. I don't know if he was the Gatorade Player of the Year in Eli Crawford.
Yes.
Eli Crawford.
Good.
Good
You
pick.
stole
Good
my
pick.
cousin.
Yes.
Good pick. You got all family on here, Timmy.
Crawford. Off
Good
the board.
pick.
Good pick.
Pee Wee. We're down to our final 3.
My cousin who played at TA, Ronald Burgess.
Wait a minute now.
State champ,
I'll
too.
leave it.
Ronald Burgess. Jerry.
All righty. I'm stuck again here. 2 players. I will go with at the forward slot. I'm gonna go with Jimmy Robinson.
Jimmy from
Booker T.
Booker T. Booker T.
1960 what?
1-2.
Okay.
Jimmy Robinson. Popsicle. You went to TA last time. Where you going now?
Oh man, I need me another center.
Waynesboro. Played in
Waynesboro.
the 70s.
Huh?
Jeff Johnson.
Oh,
Johnson.
Jeff was nasty. He was older than me, but Jeff was
He
tough.
could play.
Man. Yes, sir.
Pops,
Jeff.
you remember when I had all y'all in
JJ.
my camp?
Off.
Yeah.
Where? Down in Waynesboro?
Yeah. That was a while back.
Next pick, Darrell.
I had all of them. I had
I'm going to go with my nephew, Justin Kyer out of Spotswood.
Wow.
Forgot about him.
gracious.
Oh,
Yes.
man. He
Arizona.
might have went a little early. I forgot all about him.
And some others.
George Mason.
Yeah, some other- George Mason.
Georgia.
I mean, Georgia. Yeah.
And some others.
Yeah.
Timmy Woodson. 8th pick.
Next pick for me would be,
Good gracious. Great.
gosh, I reckon. I'm about to go with one of my boys back in the day, too. He was from Harrisonburg. He was one of the original point guards. Oh,
Howard Bird.
no, what's the other guy? Tiny Williams.
Tiny.
I can think of Tiny's name, yeah. Tiny was nasty. He could run that point guard with
He
Ralph.
ran it. He sure did.
Yeah, he kept that team together.
Steve Floyd. Number 8 for you.
Well, look, Lee had several double-A players of the year. I mean, just kept coming out of that Paul Hatcher era. I'm going to go with Jason Rogers.
Ooh.
Oh, I forgot about him.
UVA.
Yes, sir.
UVA.
Good pick. All right, last 2 for each of us. Pee Wee.
I'm going with Ronald's brother, Roscoe Burgess.
Roscoe. Same era.
Same era, a little younger.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay.
Jerry Venable.
I need another guard. All righty. The best one still on the board out of my picks that y'all have no, I love this because y'all don't have no idea. I'm going to go with a guy called William Perry.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yes, sir, from Central. Yes, sir. I was young, but I remember his name, too.
Not to be confused with the fridge.
Yeah, right. Rip refrigerator.
That's a good one. If he could ball in, that'd be something.
He
Good
was an
pick,
athlete,
good
though,
pick.
man. Think about that.
Good pick.
Good pick.
All right. Popsicle.
I'm gonna go with Todd Phillips.
TP.
Ooh.
Where'd he go? He went to EMU?
EMU.
EMU.
All-American, too. 2 years.
Well, this another Division I dude. I can't believe they're still on the board. But this guy right here, Marcus Biz
Ooh.
Reed. Marcus Biz Reed.
I can't believe he lasted long.
I can't believe he lasted this long, but I'm taking it.
VCU.
I can't take him. I had a chance to take him. I can't take
You can't
him.
you can't take it over Roscoe.
No.
You could have took him over
I
Todd though.
can't take him, Todd.
Why not?
Nah.
Yo,
Nah.
let me tell you the story, him. True story. I don't care if he's listening.
Yeah, he won't be listening.
We playing at Harrisonburg. In what tournament it is?
The,
Mercy House
Mercy
tournament.
Oh, I remember that tournament. That was tough.
Mercy House.
Biz
Yeah.
putting in work, just crushed the team. Oh, he might have had 30 plus. We play next and win. We got to play him next. I hope he hears me. Yo, throw the ball up. Guess where he's at? In the stands.
He was hurt.
He said he was. I guess he was. Todd, true story, man.
Wow.
You know why? He got 2 animals coming. Guess who they were?
Who?
Me and Pop.
Ooh. Ooh.
Well,
Man.
we gonna ask Mr. Biz about this on the next podcast.
We gonna be talking. We gonna be talking, Marcus.
Todd, we will be running.
We gonna be talking, Marcus. Wow. Moving forward. Who's next?
Timmy is.
There was a guy back in the day that actually he's a minister now. He was a heck of a ball player. You probably remember him too, Wilson Sam Spears.
Yes.
Sam.
You know Sam.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Sam was a
Wilson.
heck of a ball player.
Wilson Hornet.
Yeah.
Steve, number 9 for you.
They had another one up there.
I'm really shocked that this player of the year hasn't been taken. Darius George.
He was gonna be my next pick. He was gonna be my next. Yeah. There it is.
He overseas now, ain't he?
Yeah.
So many, man, you forget.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where'd he go? Marshall, right?
Went to
Yeah,
Marshall.
went to Marshall,
All
Sure
games, all time leading games, right? Played.
Games played. Yep.
Games played.
Hey, who was your last pick?
My last pick was Marcus.
Marcus Reed.
Marcus Reed.
Last round. Pee Wee.
Man, I done ran out of names.
But,
But I'm taking Don Burgess.
Good
From
pick.
Harrison, bro.
If you wasn't good,
Don
I
Don.
was.
You got the whole family.
No, he got everybody in Harrisburg.
Was that the daddy or the son?
That's
the son.
the son.
That's they all cousins. Big
Okay.
Don is his dad. That's Don, Roscoe, and Ronald are brothers from TA.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I think it was
Don's
Just
assistant
Smith.
coach still.
I think his name was
Big
Just
Don's
Smith.
assistant coach and was varsity
Yeah.
coach.
Instead of Steve.
Did they?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I didn't know that.
Just Smith.
the guy name
It's
was
just,
Just
All right,
Smith.
so we got to change Pop.
You right.
it's Just Smith.
Just Smith.
Yeah.
Pop named
Yep.
Steve Smith,
Yeah, it was
but
Jeff
it's really
Smith.
Jeff
Jeff
Yeah,
Smith.
That's what the guy's name was, yep.
That was
TA.
the 7th pick.
TA.
All right, Jerry, last pick.
Man, I couldn't wait to get to this one. Y'all guys will love this one. I know by the name y'all gonna love this one. And of course, I need me another center, just in case Big John foul out. I got William Stovepipe Carr.
I knew it.
Stovepipe. We got a stovepipe sighting, baby. We got a stovepipe sighting.
What was his last name?
Carr.
Carr.
C-A-R-R.
Okay.
All right, Pop. 10th pick.
This guy from Lexington, he played at Lexington. Richard Carter.
We can't
go that far.
We can't go that far.
Yeah, that's out of
Because
the
I would have
district.
took Andrew Rousey if you was gonna do that.
We stopping at Augusta County.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Jack Arbogast.
Jack Arbogast,
Heard that name in years, too.
1974 graduate, TA. Played at William and Mary.
TA is getting some love today.
They are.
They get
Oh,
love
there's some
today.
cats down there. You go down there playing games, you get knocked off.
You're right. You're right.
Can actually believe our panel partner's still on the board, but he gone now. Steve
That's it.
Floyd.
Steve, shoot it, Steve.
Shoot it, Steve Floyd. Oh, I got a nice little squad here. Reggie, Kenny, Justin, Marcus, and Steve. I'm small though.
Yeah, we going live.
He always, that's what he always say. I'm throwing live.
Timmy Woodson,
I'm
what you
getting
got?
all the rebounds. I'm getting all the rebounds, too. Yeah.
I can't believe this guy didn't get picked either. Andrew Ratcliffe.
Oh,
Drew.
I'm surprised you missed him.
Oh, Drew
I
could
didn't
jump.
miss him.
Oh, Drew.
You ain't miss him?
Oh,
You was
Drew
gonna
could
take-
play, man. Drew was
Yeah,
tough.
Drew can play.
Andrew was tough, man. I like Drew. He could play.
He sure could.
Final pick of the
Final
mock draft.
pick. Again, I'm going back with another player of the year, Robert E. Lee. I want to make sure that he hasn't already been picked, though, in Jarvis Vaughn.
No, he hasn't. At Monmouth College. Yep, he's available.
Where did he go?
Monmouth. He's at Monmouth right
Lehigh.
now, up in New Jersey.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is
Jarvis
last
Vaughn.
Jarvis Vaughn.
Is he playing?
Mm-hmm.
I noticed, I didn't mean to interrupt, I noticed Steve picked a lot of guys from Lee. You sure you didn't go to Lee?
I'm positive.
No,
I did not.
I'm just teasing, man.
Look, I
I'm just messing
I
with
just
you,
have
man.
to tell
Timmy,
you,
who was
between
the- who was
Booker
the other
T
kid
and
from,
Lee,
Wilson.
Yeah.
Pee Wee.
it's
What's
easy
his
to pick
last name?
these
Pee Wee
names.
Johnson.
I mean, they've just been.
So who do y'all think was the biggest snub? And who do you got on your list, Steve, that you think is the biggest snub?
That still was a snub out of this
Yeah.
out of this crew
Yeah.
right now.
Well, we picked 60.
10,
Sure
10,
did.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60 players. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean, if we're going back to TA and you start looking at some of those players down there during that early 70 time frame, Joey Allen may be
Joey
the
Allen.
biggest.
Joey Allen.
Joey
May,
Allen. He was
maybe
Division
the
I,
biggest
right?
snub.
He went Randolph Macon.
He went to Randolph
Big
Macon.
boy.
Okay.
Big boy, too.
He was
Yeah.
all conference and the national made the tournament team, I
Yeah,
believe.
Joey Allen could have easily been on this
Yeah,
in this group. No doubt about it.
that was a good pick.
Biggest snub.
My opinion.
Right.
My
So-
opinion.
Anybody else y'all can think of? Like
You
any
was
other?
talking about Pee Wee Johnson?
Pee Wee Johnson.
Pee Wee
Wilson.
Johnson was
Waynesboro.
also on my
Wilson.
list right here.
Wilson. Wilson. He was bad.
Yeah,
Pee-wee
he's
Johnson.
early 70s. Pee Wee
Yes,
Johnson
sir.
was
He was bad.
understandably very good.
Milton Johnson from Waynesboro.
Yeah,
Milton Johnson.
yeah.
Yep.
Gentlemen, that's the end of the first quarter. Good job. Everybody relax?
Yeah.
Feeling good?
Yep.
Let's move on to the second quarter. Second quarter, we will be talking about the Valley Boys, and I got Darrell Crawford here, who is the founder of the Valley Boys. He's going to give us a small introduction at this time about the Valley Boys and where it's headed.
All right, this project started a few years ago, and during the COVID era, sitting at home, didn't have anything to do. I think I came down and interviewed you one time, didn't I, Jerry? And definitely interviewed Popsicle. And I kind of shelved it. It was going to be a book, and then once Todd and I linked back up, it started taking legs because Todd is such a diligent worker, man. Like he networks along with his beautiful mate Ellie over there. So those guys have been a tremendous help in getting this project, legs again. So we absolutely need funding to try to get this thing going and off the board. But it's going. It's snowballing. We have a lot of ears and eyes on us, and we have a lot of help, especially with you guys that all participated. And going forward, we just need to keep the momentum going.
Right.
That's it.
Valley Boys documentary is coming forward, and we really look forward to
Yes.
what you got going on, Darrell. And thank you for the vision.
Thank you.
Everybody in this room is behind you.
Yes.
The second entity is Nickels and Dimes Ministry. We were the ones on the ground moving forward and kind of getting the fans out there and getting the views and putting you guys' faces out there. But Nickels and Dimes Ministry is bigger than just basketball. We're coming out of Matthew 25, 31 through 46, and what we want to do is there's a need out here. There's a lot of homelessness in the whole area. I mean, Harrisonburg's got so much of it. Stanton is really getting a lot of it right now. I took Darrell out with me today, and we passed out water at the bus stop to people that didn't have anywhere to go, and they didn't know where the next meal was coming from. One guy asked me, he said, "You got any clothes?" Or he said, "I need a bag, to carry my things in." So there's a need, and Nickels and Dimes Ministry, we're out here trying to meet that need. Matthew 25, 31 through 46 says, if somebody's thirsty, give them something to drink. If somebody's hungry, you feed them. If there's a stranger, you let them in. And if they need clothing, you give them clothes. And if they're in jail, you go visit. And if they're sick, you take care of them. So these are the words of Jesus. So Nickels and Dimes Ministry, that's our mission. And we can only do it one person at a time. That's all we can do. So thank you, Darrell, for the vision. And we're pushing forward. So during this whole time, we kind of got this started on Facebook, and a lot of you guys have been keeping up. Popsicle himself, when I did an interview with Popsicle, he had over 2,200 views, and that's incredible. 2,200 people watched his video to give a top 10.
Wow.
Coach Hatcher had over 1,100 views, and then we had other folks like Chris Vaster, 800 views. So people were really just diving into what we were doing. And Facebook was the journey. It was the avenue that we took. And I want to just show love right now to everybody that's listening and everybody that's been chiming in and the ones that came out to the meet and greet today. If it wasn't for you, you would make it harder for us to do this. So we thank you. We thank you for being able to do that for us. So Valley Boys, Nickels and Dimes, hope you can get behind us and we can push this thing forward and bring a documentary that will surprise you about some of the talent that's in this area that didn't make it for whatever reason, that did make it for whatever reason. And we're going to bring it all together, man, and show some love to the people that you live around. Anybody got anything they want to add before we move forward?
I'd just like to add that the idea and the concept that you have is pretty decent. And when I say pretty decent, it's a good go. And it's just a thing that's been talked about in the Valley for years, and days and decades or whatever. And to bring this to the forefront, whether we make it or miss it, it doesn't matter. It's just that we just throwing it out there as an idea and a concept.
We do.
And I appreciate you guys doing this. It's about time somebody doing this. And you guys look like y'all elected to do. So I say thank you for having me aboard.
Yeah.
Thank you for
And-
coming, Jerry.
Yeah, thanks, Jerry, man. I appreciate it.
Okay.
We have over 7,000 points sitting at this table. You guys are gunners. y'all gentlemen are gunners, I tell you.
You'll go.
So we're getting
Oh, I'm
close.
between both of them. Oh, good.
We're getting close to our top 10. I know everybody is tuning in, hanging on, and you want to see who we're going to come up with our top 10. So before we get there, we have to let you know what the criteria is to choosing this 10 and how we came up with that. So I'm going to pass that on to Darrell Crawford.
All right. So the criteria for this top 10 is not about your high school career. I want to say that again. It is not about your high school career. It's about your career in total. So if you went on to play Division I basketball, that's going to hold a little more weight than an NIA. Even though Popsicle set it on fire, those are some of the criteria that may or may not keep Popsicle out of the top 10. We don't know yet. But all of these things are going to be measured in totality. So if you have a player that played in high school, he won a state title, he was a player of the year, he went on to college, went on to the NBA, went on to Europe, that's going to hold a lot of weight when we start picking this top 10. I've heard some things, Corey Alexander shouldn't be counted because he left after his sophomore year. Absolutely not. Corey Alexander is born and raised in the Shenandoah Valley. He played his AAU basketball here. He is a Valley boy, so he will be considered for the top 10 if he's voted in. I don't know if he's going to be voted in or not, but so that is the criteria. So I don't want people to get it misunderstood that just because a player played really well at high school, if he did not further his basketball resume and career, that will hurt. Okay? So opposed to someone who goes on, plays with Tyler Nickel is on people's heels. He just signed with UNC. That's right. If Tyler Nickel gets drafted, Darius George is another one that has to be considered. Player of the year, state title. So things like that are going to be weighed in this top 10. So that is the criteria, and I hope everyone understands it.
So I think what's good about it is that even if we came back and did this in a couple of years, things might change.
Yeah, things may
The
change.
top 10 can float.
Yeah.
People can leave, people can be added. It all depends on how far people advance in their careers.
Right.
Thank you, Darrell. Good. Fan question. Pee-wee, what advice would you give to the up-and-coming young men who want to make it past the high school level?
First, it starts in the classroom. You got to be able to pass the classes to be able to go further. My second advice is to stay in the gym and learn. Learn, watch, listen. Or listen, watch, learn. From guys that have done it before. They're not going to lead you astray or steer you wrong. That's my advice for the kids that are coming up now. We got to get them off the games. We got to get them off the phones. We got to get off the PlayStations. Get them in the gym.
Great advice, Pee-wee. Great advice. That's the buzzer. Second quarter's over. How y'all feel?
Good, man.
Good.
We great
Second half,
dig.
right?
We great go to second half. We great dig in deep now. It might get ugly. Everybody looking pretty right now, but it might get ugly.
I just want Pee Wee or Popsicle to pass me the ball.
You got Pee-wee and Pop on your squad?
No, but they was near me.
Oh,
So it's halftime now?
It's halftime.
So you get on them at halftime.
You better get down the court, Jeremy. They home.
Hey, let me say this. Going forward, Valley Boys, VA, YouTube, hashtag that, catch this podcast and future podcasts. We look forward to seeing you, and when we come back from halftime, we will have our top 10. Hey, welcome back to the Valley Boys Project. We are that much closer to our top 10. At this time, we're in the third quarter, and we're going to get the panel's top 10 individually. The guys that they decided was their top 10. This is nothing to do with the mock draft. This is who they think should be the top 10 players in the Shenandoah Valley, from Woodstock, Virginia to Augusta County. This is going to be interesting. Same orders we did in the mock draft. We're going to start with Pee Wee Barber. Who is your 10, P?
My 10 is Ralph Sampson, Kevin Madden, Jerry Venable, Kenny Lambiot, Walker Lambiot, Dale Curry, Corey, Pop, Timmy Woodson, and me.
Timmy and Pee Wee. Remember, these are no particular order. We are not ranking these guys. We're only choosing the top 10. Ralph, Kevin. Who's your third, Pee Wee? Ralph, Kevin.
Jerry.
Jerry, okay. Kenny Lambiot, Walker, Dale, Corey, Pop, Timmy, okay. All right, Jerry Venable, your top 10.
My top 10 will be, starting out, as always second to me, Pee Wee Barber. Steve Dodge, George Pannell, Timmy Woodson, Kevin Madden, Corey Alexander, Dale Curry, John Weitzel, Ralph Sampson, and of course myself.
Okay. All right, we're building up some leeway here. All right, Pop, who's your 10?
Ralph Sampson, Kevin Madden, Wardell Curry, Corey Alexander, Pee Wee Barber, Kenny Lambiot, Robbie Howard, Brent Johnson, Tony Randolph, and Keith Scott. Is that 10?
10. Wow, looking at these names. Okay, we're getting somewhere. All right, Darrell, give me your 10.
Ralph Sampson, Pee Wee Barber, Jerry Venable, Wardell Curry, Kevin Madden, Walker Lambiot, Tyler Crawford, Timmy Woodson, Todd Dunnings.
Who is that? I gotta give you this money back, don't I? Oh my gosh! Wow. All right, we got some names in here who are double, tripling, and quadrupling, and I like that. Timmy, who you got?
My top 10, and I know you say you'd have to give a reason, but I'm just gonna give a quick reason. I'm looking at from high school, college, and taking it to that next level, professional.
Okay.
I'm looking at Ralph, Jerry Venable, Corey Alexander, John Wetzel, Kevin, Walker Lambiot, Pee Wee, third round pick of Portland Trailblazers. Can't overlook that.
That's right.
Dale Curry, Tyler Crawford, and myself.
Woo, boy. Ah, Steve. I like this. I like this. I like this.
Wow.
I like it.
I mean, incredible group of, I mean, I think everyone as well represented in the first five. And most of my selections are going to mirror what you guys have already put together. Just based upon the criteria that Darrell has mentioned, from high school to college, and then the professional career as well. You know, for me, the 1962 graduate of Wilson, who played 9 years in the NBA and coached for 26 years, and John Wetzel, you've got to include John Wetzel, in my opinion.
Yep.
Though most of us did not get to see John Wetzel play, John Wetzel was certainly there. 1966, you know, 61 points in a I don't care if that's a little league or pickup or what it is.
Yeah.
61 points in a high school game against the talent that Jerry Venable played against. That's
It was 64, excuse me.
You scored 64 points.
64.
Then that's a misprint from my history. I apologize. Was it a foul continuation made the basket at the buzzer? I mean,
I just want to make sure Pee Wee heard it.
64 points.
Hey, Steve, let me add, please. I believe if you ask him next year, it's going to be 65.
Yeah, sure.
I'm telling
It
you.
was 64.
You know, not only that, but on top of it, I don't know if this panel's even talked about this, not only was that guy a draft pick of the 76ers, but the same year he was a draft pick of the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly.
If nobody actually knew that, I mean, that's pretty talented.
Yes,
I
it is.
mean,
Athlete.
That's an athlete.
Athlete.
Sir.
And it doesn't compare, but the only other basketball player that we've talked about that actually got drafted in the NFL was Kenny Lambiot. Kenny Lambiot got drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles.
So, yeah.
He most certainly did. So there's only two people that have been mentioned so far that not only were, you know, great at basketball, but they were athletic enough
Exactly.
to actually play or be drafted football-wise.
Right.
That's impressive, Jerry.
That is.
Bill, baseball though, right?
Yeah, Dale Carey.
Baseball.
Well, yeah, you know, again, I was talking football,
Okay.
but you know, Dale did get drafted in the first round of the NBA, right, number 14th pick by Utah back then, and then he was the 33rd round of the Baltimore Orioles. So, and the only reason Dale Curry didn't get drafted before that because they knew he was going to go play basketball.
That's right.
Or he may have been a top 5 round.
Sure was.
First 5 rounds picked in the Major League Baseball.
right.
So, I mean, just think about that history just right here in
That's
our
true.
area. So I've got John Wetzel, not to hold this thing up, Jerry Venable, obviously National Player of the Year, and Ralph Sampson. You can't forget about Ralph Sampson. You know, I'm just going in somewhat of an order here. Dale Curry, I mean, as mentioned, Dale Curry is incredible. I was just fortunate that I was able to play, and to be frank, the reason why it gave me an opportunity to play at the next level was because everybody was coming to watch Dale Curry play. So I owe a lot to Dale Curry. Dale Curry and Coach Don Landis afforded me a Division I scholarship at the University of Richmond, which gave me an opportunity at life that no one in my family prior to me had the opportunity to go to. So, you know, guys, not only just to be an honor to be a part of this panel, but to have had the opportunity to have played alongside, you know, an All-American, an All-Star NBA player in Dale Curry, but a Hall of Fame basketball coach in Don Landis. You know, I real quickly, as I relate to Coach Landis, I want to tell this story so that folks understand this. I saw a plaque once, and I gave this to Coach Landis, and I'm sure you guys have played for coaches that you feel the same way about. And so the plaque said, a good coach can change a game. A great coach can change a life. And Don Landis changed my life.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to give kudos to Coach Don Landis, because without Coach Landis, I know God is number one in my life as well, Timmy. But Coach Landis changed my life. And so I want to thank Coach Landis, okay,
All right. Bravo.
and Dale Curry. After that, playing along with Dale and seeing Pee Wee Barber right across the table from me. I mean, I was blessed in the '80s to have played with some great and played against and played with some great players, and Pee Wee Barber. Absolutely, from a guard perspective, I don't know if I've ever seen somebody, Pee Wee, not to blow your head up, but just FYI, you were a phenomenal player, and you showed that, at the next level at Florida State.
That's right.
And then I just wish you hadn't broken your foot and your leg, because I think the NBA would have seen that as well.
I appreciate that.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, go along with Pee Wee. Shortly after that, I had the opportunity to play against Kevin Madden. Quite frankly, another situation. If Kevin Madden hadn't in the NCAAs in practice right before they play Arkansas, if he doesn't blow out his ACL, Kevin Madden, quite frankly, could have been the all-time greatest of this area. Quite frankly, so. Kevin Madden, another superstar. Corey Alexander's got to be on that list. He was here for a couple of years before he went away, and Corey Alexander's certainly a superstar here in this area. Timmy, I'm going to put you there. Timmy Woodson, a heck of a career, not only at Gap, goes off to Ohio University and then plays overseas. There aren't many people that can play from 1978 to 2000. Think about that.
That's
Timmy
true.
Woodson played from 1970, finishes up high school in 1978, 79, and then plays for 21 more years. Longevity by itself.
Still look like he can play, doesn't he?
Right now, right now, Timmy Woodson looks like he can play right now. The last two are really a toss-up because, again, I got to play with and against Walker Lambiot, right? Walker Lambiot, McDonald's high school All-American MVP. But his brother Kenny went to UVA. If you guys don't know this, he goes to UVA. Doesn't get listen. For those of you that didn't get into a coach's doghouse, and unfortunately I did at the University of Richmond. Okay, Todd, you've been there, right? If you get in a coach's doghouse, you don't get an opportunity to play. Kenny Lambiot didn't get an opportunity to play at UVA. Quite frankly, of the competitors of the two brothers, Kenny Lambiot was. You didn't want to play against Central Woodstock in the early '80s with Kenny Lambiot there. You just didn't. Popsicle, tell me if I'm telling you wrong.
Steve, I'm taking Kenny. I'm taking Kenny over his brother all day.
Kenny has to be, and I love Walker, but Kenny, of the two competitors, Kenny was 6'4", could jump out of the gym, was quick, shoot it right in your face. He was different than Walker. Okay? That's the fact. Now I didn't get to play against these other two guys. So I'm really going 8A, 8B, 9A, 9B in George Bunnell and Mark Newland. Now listen, again, Mark Newland played at UVA, went to Europe, led the Europe team in scoring 32 points a game. So, again, I know I've taken up a lot of time associated with
Steve,
debating that, but I'm just sharing those guys are there.
run your-
So
Just straight down.
So I'm going John Wetzel, Jerry Venable, Ralph Sampson, Timmy Woodson, Dale Curry, Pee Wee Barber, Kevin Madden, Corey Alexander, Kenny Lambiot, and George Bunnell.
Okay. So this is what we got. Unanimously, we got Ralph, Dale, Pee Wee, Kevin Madden,
Yep.
Corey Alexander,
Yep.
Timmy Woodson.
Yep.
What's that? 6?
Yep.
John Wetzel with 4 votes. Or 3 votes, I'm sorry.
You haven't named Jerry yet.
I'm sorry, yeah, Jerry had 5 votes. Jerry Venable. That's 8. So there's 2 more that we need
2 more to complete the top 10.
to complete well, I mean, these are the unanimous ones.
Right.
This is not the final top 10, but
Right.
you all have agreed to these 8.
To 8.
From 3 votes with John Wetzel, 5 votes with Corey, Timmy, Jerry, and unanimously Kevin, Pee Wee, Dale, and Ralph. That's 8. We need 2 more. So before we get those last 2 to complete our 10, we'll go to a fan question. While y'all think about it.
You said we need 2 more that we got to agree on to
We
complete the
will
top
get
10.
2 more, yes.
Yeah,
That-
to
To
complete the
make
top
the
10.
top 10, right.
So it's going to be probably between George Purnell and and the Lambia brothers. That's what I'm thinking, right? Right?
Yeah.
All right, so we got 8 unanimous, it looks like, and I think we all can agree on those 8, but we're going to go over those 8 in the 4th quarter and come out with a top 10. But before we do that, we got one more fan question, and this is going to Sydney Popsicle Diggs. And the question is, do you miss being able to play the game you love?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
What did you love about that game, Pop?
Everything. The people in the gym, working out every day, playing against teammates, playing against great players, and just playing the game, man, loving it. I tell you one thing right now, I can't play it because I had two strokes in 2019. That it really hurt. It affects you. So I would say when you can play it, play until you can't play it no more.
That's it.
That's a great response. Great response. Thank you, Popsicle.
Yes, sir.
3rd quarter. This is it. This is what we came for.
Yeah, that's it.
Valley Boys need 10. So do we agree on Ralph?
Yes.
Everybody, do we agree on Dale?
Yes.
Do we agree on Pee Wee?
Yes.
How about Kevin Madden?
Yes.
Corey Alexander? Timmy Woodson?
Yes.
John Wetzel?
Yes.
Jerry Venable?
Yes.
Who's our last 2?
Kenny Lambia, one of them.
Kenny,
Kenny?
you got,
I can be
you
talking
got
to
Kenny Walker, Todd, and Pop, man. You got 4
Yeah.
man that's left.
So
George Purnell.
Kenny and Walker
George
each got
Purnell.
3.
Kenny and Walker?
All right, Kenny and Walker each got 3. That doesn't mean we go with them. I'm just saying 3 of you all voted for Kenny and Walker. They both had 3. Then the next votes were Tyler Crawford with 2, and then everybody else had 1.
George Purnell had 1? You
Mark
had-
Newland won, George Purnell won, me won, Bam won, Tony Randolph, BJ, Robbie Howard, Pop had 1, and then you had Kenny and Walker. We need 2 to complete this 10. Talk about it. Talk about it. What y'all want?
Let me say this. Now, I never saw the Lambiot young men play. Now, I heard a lot about them, especially Kenny. I really heard a lot about Kenny when he used to battle Dale.
Yes.
I heard a lot about him and Dale going head to head.
Would you keep Kenny on the list over his brother being a McDonald's All-American and playing at NC State?
I guess in my opinion, now this is just my opinion, and because I told Todd this. Now, I had heard, and some of you may know more, I know you did a lot of research. I heard one time that Walker had played overseas. Now, I don't know how true it was.
He did. He got hurt though.
Okay,
He tried out for the Milwaukee Bucks.
okay.
He tried out for the Milwaukee Bucks. Walker's career was plagued by some injuries.
Correct.
Okay.
But when you're choosing between Walker and Kenny, now both of them make it fine. But if you're going to pick one or the other, for me, it's
Okay.
just hard to leave a McDonald's All-American off of the top 10. It's
See, I
it's
had-
just really
I
hard.
had Walker on my list
Right.
because that McDonald's
Mhm,
All-American,
exactly.
and also because I knew, again, I never ran into him overseas, but I had heard that he had played overseas. One of his teammates from Woodstock, some guy, I can't remember who it was, told me that he was playing overseas one time when I was playing
Yeah.
overseas.
Yeah.
I want to make a quick evaluation of the two brothers. I played
Okay.
against them both.
Okay.
My sophomore year, the team that went to state,
Mm-hmm.
all the guys we played against, including Dale and all of them, man, it's one guy that got off on us every time we seen him play or
Okay.
played against him.
Okay.
That's right.
We should sick Dwight Blakey on these dudes.
Okay.
Nobody stopped Kenny Lambiot.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Mm.
He's the only dude that got off on us my sophomore year, and we went to states. Chalk 30 up all the time.
In the book, write it down.
Chalk it up.
And smile at you too.
And he gonna go hard.
Just a great guy. From a great family.
Well, I had one incident. We all went to regionals in Culpeper.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny and them was down there. We was down there. We played Caroline County before they played. We lost to Caroline County, but Kenny and them played Parkview Sterling,
Mm-hmm.
which was the owner. He run Philadelphia.
Billy
Billy
King.
King.
Billy
Billy
King.
King. Mm-hmm.
He was on that team, Parkview.
Mm-hmm.
They was pressing Central. Kenny taking the ball out and throws it in. They give it back to him. He dribbled the full length of the court, take it down the middle, and chunk it on Billy King. He tried to take a charge. Man, that was crazy. Hey, everybody in the stands, including Culpeper stand, went off, man.
Jumped over you.
Yes.
He would.
He was, hey,
He was a fierce
real
competitor.
deal.
Listen, take nothing away from Walker because I have to tell you, I know the family.
Yeah.
His mom and dad went to University of Richmond.
Yeah, educators.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're University of Richmond people, so I know.
Okay.
I know Kenny, I know Walker, the sister Dana,
Yeah.
the whole crew. Okay, take nothing away from a McDonald's All-American. He was great. Walker was great,
Kenny better.
I got one more
but
story
he's
for
not.
you.
He wasn't as competitive as his brother Kenny was.
All right. Well, y'all sold me on Kenny then.
One last story, if I can share it, Todd.
Go ahead.
We're in the tournament down at Spotswood to go to the regionals. We just got done playing somebody. Next up is Fort Defiance and Central. They spread the floor out, put Kenny Lambiot in the middle, and Fort is gone. They're out of there.
Wow.
We played them in the championship and beat Central to go to states.
Mm.
Now you saying Fort with Dale?
With
With
Dale.
Dale.
Wow.
We all in the
And the
same
Richardson
division.
boys.
And the
And the
Eddie and
Richardson
Mark.
boys.
Eddie
Mark and Eddie.
Steve on that team too. Kenny, man, was a beast.
Okay.
Are we saying that he's number 9?
Well, you can convince me.
I have to tell you. Plus the guy was a quarterback
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
at Central. Was a quarterback at William and Mary.
Sure did.
The UVA.
That beat UVA with Kenny Lambiot
Uh-huh.
as the quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then went on to star as a basketball. Now think about it. Football, then he played basketball, the sport right after that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, Walker, if you're watching, there's nothing against you. You were great. Kenny was just
Vote Kenny Lambiot 9.
It's all right with me.
Yeah.
Y'all done convinced me.
Unanimous. All right.
When I hear those stories like that, you
All right,
guys
we
know
need-
because you played.
We need one more.
One more?
You're right.
Dig, Jerry, dig. One more, bro.
What's the case for George Pinnell?
All right, so, yeah, good point.
What's the case for George Pinnell?
So if you guys don't mind, I've done a little research on George Pinnell.
Yes.
Okay. So George Pinnell went to South Plains, Texas Junior College, then went off to New Mexico. He was, at the time, now Jerry, you may recall this, when the U.S. was going to Europe, to China, to play, right? Right, Timmy?
Yep.
George Pinnell was one of 12 college
was.
basketball players
Yep.
selected to represent the United States
Yep.
to go to China.
Yes.
Was that the Pan Am games?
That I think
To go to China, yeah.
I think it was the Pan Am
Yeah,
Games.
Pan Am games, yeah.
He was one of 12. That's impressive.
Very impressive.
Very
You're talking about out of the whole country.
Out
Yeah,
of the whole
country.
country. Out of the whole country.
Yeah.
It wasn't just out of the
It was-
eastern portion of the whole country.
It was a
It's like picking the Olympic
Yeah,
team,
exactly.
basically.
That-
It's like picking the Olympic
Yeah,
team.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So who's the other?
Well, Mark Newland.
Well, again, Mark Newland had a great career at UVA, and then he went overseas as well. He was part of that back in the day. He was part of the Dixie
The
Dozen,
Dixie
The
Dozen.
Dixie Dozen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Dixie Dozen.
which was well
So
represented.
the
at high
Dixie
school.
Dozen were each state, 12 states picked one player, right?
That's right.
So he was the one picked out of state of Virginia.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
But I don't know if that trumps, quite frankly, somebody going and representing your company and country in China. That's up to the panel, but that's just a tough one. Maybe somebody else has somebody else
Yeah,
that they think is.
and I'm looking at Tyler Crawford. He's got 2 votes. He was a AA Player of the Year, Co-Player of the Year in the state of Virginia, Georgetown,
State title.
state title.
Went to the Final Four.
Went
with
to the
Georgia
Final
Tech.
Four.
He probably, him and Ralph are the only 2 to go to Final Four.
Only
Yeah,
2
he
to go.
went-
Yeah.
in the area?
That's impressive
He
too.
went to Final
And he's
Four.
number 2 in scoring at Lehigh behind Kevin.
He's 2,000 point score and 1,000 rebounds
Wow.
in his career.
That's tough.
And y'all voted, 2 of you voted for him. We got 1 spot, gentlemen.
Tyler Walker, George Pinnell,
Mark Newland.
Todd
Mark
Popso,
Newland.
Mark Nolan. Good Lord.
It's George, Mark, Tyler,
Jeez.
and Walker.
George Pinnell. George Pinnell, Tyler Walker,
What do you think, Jerry?
Mark Nolan.
Well, I'd have to go with George Panell.
All right.
For the simple reason is, we played against his team down in New Mexico State, and they beat us and to keep us from going to the Final Four. So I was mad at him. So that same, next year, I was with the Globetrotters, and I went down there, and George was playing for him. And I had a chance to see George play. And to see somebody play from Stanton, you know, you guys all googly-eyed and having a good time too, and just as proud of him as you can be. And I seen that boy play, and I say he's third to Pee Wee.
Oh, wow. Wow.
All right, so we got George, Pee Wee. Who you like? Out of those, unless you got somebody else.
Hey, man, it's tough.
Yeah,
Because the rest of them cats right there, man, can go, man.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you favoring Kenny though.
We already voted Kenny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. We did.
Yeah.
You're right.
Me, I like guards, man. Because they cause problems.
Yes, sir.
So we got 3 guards left, right?
We got Walker. We got Mark Nolan, George Panell,
Point guard.
Tyler Crawford. I'm naming the 4 who you all mentioned. There are others: Robbie, BJ, Tony Randolph, Bam.
Give me the 6'7" kid, man.
You go with Walker.
I'm going with Walker.
Not a bad pick.
Pop.
Great player.
Give me Tyler Crawford.
D.
I'm gonna go with George Pennell.
Timmy.
George Pennell. George Pennell.
Timmy.
Man, I wish I had some time to pray. Asking God to show me the way. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm like Pee Wee, all those guys, man, just blessed with God-given talent.
Yeah.
It's hard, it's hard. I'm gonna have to go with Tyler Crawford.
Steve Floyd.
And George.
So we got 3 for Tyler and 3 for George.
Good.
2 for Tyler.
2 for Tyler?
Who said Tyler?
I did.
And 2 for Tyler.
Okay.
3 for George. So the final spot for the top 10 Valley Boys will go to George Pannell.
Okay.
From Robert E. Lee.
Yep.
What year? 1971. 71. New Mexico State.
That's right.
12 players to go overseas to China
That's correct.
and represent his country.
Yes.
We're all in agreement?
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
think so.
Let's do it.
The Valley Boys, top 10. The Valley Boys, top 10. Ralph Sampson in no particular order. Dale Curry. Pee Wee Barber. Kevin Madden. Corey Alexander. Timmy Woodson. John Wetzel. Jerry Venable. Kenny Lambiot. And George Pannell. Fellas, you have come up with Valley Boys top 10.
There it is.
We got it. We got it. Good job.
Right.
One fan question and then we'll head out. This is for anybody. Who do you see coming up on the list that can knock somebody off?
Tyler Nickel.
The next
without-
time we come up.
Tyler Nickel, without question.
Has to be.
Has to be. Darius George.
Could be.
Tyler Nickel, up and coming. Going to UNC, Darius George.
Darius George. Justin Kier.
Jessica Kyle just need a chance.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Uh-huh.
The opportunity.
Yeah.
Good job, gentlemen. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. And we put in 2 solid hours of work, and we got our 10. So what we're going to do now, we're going to close out. And I want to thank you guys for sitting in and giving us 120 minutes of your life and coming up with a 10 that I think will be tough to beat. But quick question for Darrell. Your 10 that you picked for your mock draft, could it beat that 10?
My 10 from my mock draft. Ooh. Well, Jerry, I got Jerry and Corey. I got
Could you
George.
beat that top 10?
Man, my mock draft is gonna get that top 10 some wreck. Yeah, I got Jerry, Corey, Tyler, Walker, you, Todd. I got you. Man, yeah,
Hey.
yeah, we gonna go at 'em.
Darrell, you never disappoint. You never disappoint.
And he shouldn't. And he shouldn't.
We going at 'em.
And he shouldn't. Hey guys, Steve Floyd, thank you so much for your diligence, your research. Thank you for coming on and sharing with us and expanding on everything that we talked about. Timmy Woodson, thank you so much for your humbleness, my brother,
Oh,
and
you're
bringing
very
God
welcome,
into
brother.
this, and because he's always first. And
You and I like
and
brothers.
all of your
Always have
stories
been.
that you shared with back in the day with Dale Mose and those guys. And we thank you for coming on. And Darrell Crawford, thank you for the vision that you've given the Valley Boys and everybody here and putting this out and giving it legs and running with it. And we look forward to hearing more things out of you when we go forward.
Appreciate it.
Sydney Diggs, Sydney Popsicle Diggs. We're going to teach Jerry how to use his phone. Sydney Popsicle
I
Diggs.
don't know, man, this thing got a mind of its own.
Sydney Diggs, we want to thank you for coming on, and at short notice, we had Tyler Crawford, and he was not able to show up because he had to work. He had other obligations. He's a firefighter, so he had to take on some duties, and we thank him and we miss him, and he's still a Valley boy in our eyes.
Yep.
But we want to thank Popsicle for coming on and filling in at short notice and coming on and sharing the stories and just reiterating of the great players that are in this area. So we thank you, Pop. Yes, sir. Jerry Venable, always fun to be around. Thank you for your knowledge.
Yeah.
Kay, can you please teach him how to use his
Man, I don't know what's wrong
smartphone?
with this phone, man. But
So, Jerry, thank
you.
you, man, for coming
No
on
problem.
and bringing us an insight of the old days, is
Yep.
what we call it, and the 60s, and all the cats that were back then playing, and we didn't get a chance to look at, but I guarantee you, if we were around, we would have been right there either playing against them or in the stands watching. So thank you for bringing that era up to the Valley Boys.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Well,
And
I
all-
got,
Go ahead.
I got enlightened as well as the younger guys that I missed, you know, because I went around here for over 30 years. And to see those guys play, I didn't get a chance to.
Right.
Some of them I did, as I said before, and some of them I didn't. And to hear like Bam, I used to tease him all the time about how I would jump over his head. And he would come back and say, well, we'd be up there together.
That's for sure.
That's the truth.
So,
That's the truth.
so like I said, it's a lot of basketball.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
It's a lot of basketball.
It is.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, all those players that we mentioned deserve to be mentioned.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
some of them that we missed, we probably sorry we did,
Yes.
because we
point.
couldn't think of them right now.
Good point.
But they shouldn't feel bad if they weren't mentioned. But the guys that were mentioned qualified.
They do.
Absolutely.
The resume qualifies.
Yeah, they qualified.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes,
Like I
sir.
say, I thank you guys for doing it.
Yes.
I hope you have me back again for some more good stories, and by that time, I hope I have a toehold on this cell phone.
Jerry Venable, thank you so much. And definitely not least, but he is last on a thank yous. I want to thank Norwood Pee Wee Barber for, I mean, you know, my brother, you got passion, bro. I mean, when you talk with passion, and you know, you could sell us on anybody, the way you bring it out in the stories. And we thank you, man, for all you brought to the table on today, and just your story alone, man. We hope that will inspire others for the future, and that's why we're here, man. We're here just to make sure that the younger kids will come up and get the opportunities they need with the backing that they need to go do what they need.
Yep, that's right.
I'm hoping, and we will keep all that in prayer.
Yep.
I just want to thank Mike, the owner down at Clock Tower, for having us down there for the meet and greet. Had a good time meeting some of the public and just chewing the fat, like the old folks say. I want to thank Amy and Hannah at the Stanton Innovative Hub. They allowed us to come in here and have this beautiful place and be able to sit in here and do the job that we need to do, and all that. We bought a year membership, right, Darrell?
Yeah.
We got a year membership, so we have free AV room, so many hours a month, to be able to come back and do this again on another level. I want to thank Rocky's Gold and Silver for providing the pins. Take those home with you. I want to thank Carl Melton, who's doing our video. He's with Take One Imaging, and he's done a great job. He followed us downtown, and he got video at the meet and greet at the Clock Tower, and he's doing all the audio and video here. I want to also thank Chris Lassiter, who brought me in the first day and sat me down right here and showed me how to run the board and what to expect and get my nerves out of the way. So I want to thank him as well, and I also want to thank you all again. And we have Ellie and Kay sitting in, and they're both taking in a little bit of history. So you all make sure that you keep that locked. And we have a 10. Don't share that with anybody. Everybody here, please, a gentleman's handshake. When it comes out on YouTube, that'll be the first showing of it. And when it hits the airwaves, then you can tell anybody.
All right.
Thank y'all, brothers, again. Steve,
Can I
yes,
say
sir.
one thing, just for our future generation of kids?
Yes.
A John Wooden quote. I love John Wooden. I've read just about all of John Wooden's books. And one quote really has resonated with me most of my adult life that I really want to share with young people, and that is, talent is God-given, be humble. Fame is man-given, be grateful. Conceit is self-given, be careful. Just be careful. Let others praise you, like's going on in this room tonight. No one really self-promoted. Others have praised. And that's what I hope for the future generation.
Good words.
Nice,
Thank you,
nice.
thank you, Steve, for John Wooden's quote. Well, we are out. You have just witnessed the first ever boldness to come out and bring a top 10 in the Shenandoah Valley. And the Valley Boys did it right here on September the 9th.
Yep.
Please stay tuned for future. But on this one, we thank God for what he's done and what he will do and has done.
Yep.
D, you got anything to say? We out.
No, man, look, I thank all you guys for coming out. I really, really appreciate it. I know you guys didn't have to do it, but there will be more to come. So
Thank you,
please,
Darrell.
yeah,
Thank
yeah. And I'll be tapping into each and every one of you for information and guidance. So,
There you go.
yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Darrell.
All
And
right.
we're out. Valley Boys. #ValleyBoysVA. YouTube. Find it there.